to the Ringside Reporter podcast. All the news from the world of boxing right here.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
Now, here's your host, Eric Lorda.
And we are live. Welcome to the Ringside Reporter Show, where we talk about the latest boxing news. If it's related to boxing, we'll talk about it right here. My name is Eric Lorda. I'm here with my co-host, Joe Habib, and we got a great show for you. If you want to call in, 570-530-8316. Let's get it started, Beeb. Netflix, the main event. This is what we waited years for. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. How you expected it to go is probably how it went. Anthony Joshua knocks out Jake Paul in the 6th round. Most of us thought the fight would go less than 3 rounds. I know I thought if he came right out there and fought this guy, it's going to go less than 3 rounds. He's not going to have a shot. If he fights this guy like he did Tommy Fury or anybody else, he's going to get mangled. That's not what happened. As soon as the bell rang, he looked like a rabbit running around that track. We saw a track meet last night. I didn't see a fight because I saw one guy fighting. I saw one guy running. I didn't see one guy countering. I saw one guy running. I mean, B, what's up with your boy? He didn't even want to fight. And everybody after the fight was like, well, you probably got to give Jake Paul credit. I'm not. He gets zero credit from me. He gets zero.
Jake Paul's a warrior. He went into the belly of the beast, got his jaw broken. He landed 2 vicious right hands on Joshua. What a great performance that was.
2 vicious right hands?
You got to give the guy credit.
We were just talking about this. So, like in the lead up or whatever, it was like part of the lead up or whatever. He's posting stuff on the internet. Jake Paul's posting stuff on the internet. So he posted one of his spar sessions where he had some heavyweight in there and he ended up dropping the heavyweight. Clean shot. It was just that overhand right. It's that duck under overhand right that he throws, right? And he caught that guy clean. He caught the heavyweight, whoever that heavyweight was, clean. I never seen him or heard of him, but caught him clean. The guy went down. He got back up, but he went down. It was a hard shot. He caught Anthony Joshua with the exact same punch, and Joshua didn't miss a beat and just kept coming forward.
Took it in stride.
And that was a hard shot Paul hit him with, too.
I give Anthony Joshua a boatload of credit, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Because he had the whole world gassing him up, putting a battery in his back. You got to kill this guy. You got to destroy this guy. This is for the honor of the sport of boxing. You have to get him out of there. And I am just so grateful that Joshua didn't listen to any of those guys, and he showed this guy mercy. He could have killed this guy, literally. And I don't say that lightly. And I obviously don't want that to happen. And I'm not trying to put any of that negative energy out in the world. But let's just put it this way. He could have seriously hurt that guy. So by Joshua going in there and operating at about 70%, I'm very grateful he did that. Because a lot of other people would have taken all of that rah-rah from everyone on the outside. Kill him, get him, do this, that, and the third. And I'm glad that Joshua showed a bit of restraint, showed a bit of compassion. Even at the end of the fight, went over to his mom and said, you know what, this was just business. I'm sorry. I love it. I love it. And Jake Paul, this reminded me of, you remember Ric Flair when he used to wrestle? And then he would go down on his knees and beg the guy not to hit him.
Yeah.
Again, we've been given this script over and over again, right? You can't expect a different ending to these things. You get what you get what you should what these are. You should expect to get what you get when you watch these things. You shouldn't have any huge expectations going in. And I heard someone on Twitter, I'm not going to mention his name. He goes, "Well, I had hope." Well,
hope for what?
Hope for what? I mean, if you're gonna be that gullible, then that's your fault, not their fault. You had to have known what this was. And if you thought it was something other than what it was, then that's your fault. Now, you got guys like Sergio Mora, Paulie Malignaggi. They're all up in arms and stuff. Did you really think this was going to be Hagler-Hearns? Did you really think?
I don't even think, you know what, and I heard Paulie's take on it, and I agree with him because I don't, obviously we don't think it's going to be Hagler-Hearns. Obviously we don't think, but you didn't even try. I think that's the other. I think that's it. You didn't even try.
2 vicious right hands.
Stop it.
And then he landed a shotgun jab. Do you see that one? Wow.
I must have missed that one.
This
because,
guy.
I must.
This
Yeah,
guy. This
I missed
guy.
that one, yeah.
This guy did everything possible. Now, like I'm not trying to. I could never criticize other fighters because I don't get in the ring, but I just found it rich listening to Paulie Malignaggi and Sergio Mora criticizing somebody fighting. Those guys weren't all necessarily the most aesthetically pleasing styles to watch either.
No. You cannot compare. You can't compare Jake Paul, what he did last night, to anything Paulie Malignaggi's done. He's
I'm not trying to go that far with
run from an opponent.
No, that's
he
true.
literally ran to keep from fighting. And every time they tied up, he dove for his leg. He fell on the ground. You remember the nut shot that he was like pointing to him and he was like, I got hit in the nut. He never got hit. We watched it 50 times.
Because Joshua's knee went on his stomach.
No, it didn't.
That was an illegal blow. Come on.
No, it didn't.
Come on. You're just going too hard on the guy. You don't want to give him any credit.
Listen, to get credit, you got to go in there and you got to give an honest account. And if you get knocked out, you get knocked out. This wasn't an honest account.
He did the best he could. He went 6 rounds with a 2-time.
The worst is maybe that was the best he could. And I agree with your point. Joshua didn't take it like seriously, I don't think.
Yeah.
Now, if you notice,
with Ngannou,
he's right. That's a
different level of threat.
No, because I don't even know that it was. Because even with Ngannou, right? Even with Ngannou at least stood there and tried. He at least tried.
I thought Jake showed beautiful defense in that fight. Come on, man. You got to give him credit for the footwork.
He looked like he was in the track. He was like running the 100 or something like that. He was gassed out by the 4th round. Yeah, I told Antonio, I said, look, man. And I saw how he was just moving around after that first round. I said, you know what? He's going to keep this up. I said, he's not going to last at all. I said, he's going to gas quickly. And because you can't keep it up. The only guy I ever saw fight like that was Acelino Freitas. You remember Popo Freitas?
Correct, yeah.
He fought, was it Diego Corrales, I believe he fought like that? Yep. It was one of those where he fought him like that. And you could tell he was winning rounds because he was in and out. He was winning rounds. But as you could see the fatigue on him, and of course, Corrales gets him late.
But you know what was interesting? Last week, the over-under was 2.5 rounds. A day or two before the fight, the over-under went up to 3.5 rounds.
Oh, wow.
And I was still telling people, take the over. Because I just didn't believe Joshua was going to go all out on him. Of course, he was going to stop him, but I just didn't think he was going to go in there and just blow him out. I thought he was going to go rounds with him. All right, that's I got to be careful because I don't want to get the cease and desist. But I think Joshua was going at 70, operating at 70%.
I think he probably was. I mean, I think it was like a sparring session. I think he tasted Jake's power and knew there was no danger there. But I also thought that he wasn't going to chase him around the ring all. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or he was. He's cutting off the ring, and he did a smart thing because I think at the beginning he was cutting off the ring, and then he stopped cutting off the ring, and then he started following Jake Paul, and just kind of like stalking him. And that expends way more energy. Well, and he knew that,
Let me ask you this question. Are you as upset about what you saw on Friday as Paulie Malignaggi or Sergio Mora?
I think, here's what I think. I think that when you put yourself on pay-per-view like he's done, and I think when you talk all the trash, you do all this, all the headline grabbing stuff and everything like that. Yeah. When you finally get in there, because there's no way that you thought you were going to win this fight.
No.
And if you did, there's a level of arrogance there that I don't think can be fixed.
Well, delusion, more or less.
Delusion, arrogance, call it whatever, man.
Sure.
But my thing is, look, if you did all this stuff, you at least owe it to yourself. You at least owe it to the people who paid to at least try. And he didn't try. He just ran.
Okay. I can only speak for myself. I just look at these types of events like WWE events. I don't, and maybe my expectations are even lower than everyone else's. Even if you do have, like, I'm sure your expectations aren't the highest either.
No.
But maybe they're just not as low as mine. And I'm going to be I'm gonna be honest.
You got low expectations too, but not as low as mine. All right.
I'm sitting on the couch, right, watching it, and I'm literally laughing watching this. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. Like I'm
watching it like, what is he doing? He's
like
just
Ring IQ made
what the hell is he doing?
Ring IQ made a great comparison. It was like that movie Jackass with Johnny Knoxville.
Yes, that was it.
Beat up by and when you saw that, you were laughing. Johnny
Knoxville at least stood there and fought. You know, I mean,
yeah,
he got hit, he got knocked out, but at least he fought. You know.
And I looked at this through the same lens as I did when I was looking at that.
Yeah.
And my brother came in and he came home. He came in and he saw me laughing and he looked over and he was watching it. Is this what this sport has become? And I'm just sitting there laughing, watching it all the while he's making fun of me for watching it.
You know,
I think
I think people that tuned in should have at least been treated to a fight.
All right.
And they weren't. And a fight is what? One guy has to try, the other guy has to try. Yeah. We're going into an athletic event. Again, even if you know you may or you may not win, and he's got to know this. I mean, he's not stupid.
Are you going to go as far as some of these other guys who are making these claims like, "Oh, this was horrible for AJ. This is hurting. This is going to hurt his legacy."
I don't think it hurt his legacy at all.
I think people will forget about it in 3 weeks and they'll be on to the next one. That's the way I think about it.
Yeah, this is a great take. Jake's toughest opponent in that ring was his ego. I 100% agree, and he had to come face to face with it last night. You know, it was really that bad.
That was a great performance, man.
Like I said, I mean, just running. I've never seen that before.
Showed great footwork. Man.
You know what they should do? You know who Jake should fight? He should fight that dude who walked out on F.A. Ajagba after the bell rang. It just walked out. That's a fight. Let's watch that. Let's watch these two run. Put them on a track and let's see who runs the fastest. But yeah, it was, that was not a good look for boxing.
Did AJ
and if I was a pro, and I'll tell you what, if I was a pro, it is hard to turn down all that money, but I don't know that he'll be getting that money much anymore. You know what I mean? I think my guess is that he's going to turn his attention to promotion and everything like that. And that's what I think.
So you think last night was the end of it all?
I think for the most part, yeah, because who's going to tune in to watch him get beat up? They know as soon as he steps up in class, he's getting dropped.
Okay.
And especially the way he handled the situation. It's not like he went out there and got blown out in 30 seconds, but he stood his ground and tried to trade or anything like that, or at least tried to box him. That's what I'm saying. Whenever Joshua threw a shot and missed him, Jake was on the other side of the ring, right? He wasn't even in position. I was telling you
that was great defense.
He's not even in position to counter.
Was Elena watching it?
No.
Was Antonio? Did Antonio watch it?
Yeah, he watched it with me.
What did he say?
I watched it. He was like, "This is stupid." He was like,
"Was he done with Jake Paul?"
Everybody's done with Jake Paul. I mean, really.
Jake Paul's a legend, man. That was a great.
What else is there? What else is there for him? I mean, realistically, what else is there?
You don't think Jake Paul could say, you know what, the guy outweighed me by 30 pounds. You
outweighed all those other guys by how much? How much did he outweigh Tank by? So much, by the way, they wouldn't sanction it. And by the way, he was a heavyweight. Jake Paul came in at what, 215?
Yeah.
You were a heavyweight too. So hey, that happens that happens all the time in boxing, especially in the heavyweight division. You're the one that told him he couldn't go over 245. So you could have came in whatever weight you wanted.
Yeah. So you think he's going to be done?
Yeah. This is Beeb complains about Haney running, but except Jay and Haney doesn't run.
But listen,
that's the thing. Haney
has never been in there with a guy that outweighed him by 30 pounds. It was 5 inches taller than him. Haney's never went into the belly of the beast. He's never went into the belly. If I was in that ring,
same division.
If I was in that ring, right?
And it was Jake Paul's fault. I'll tell you this. If he was outweighed by 30 pounds, that's nobody's fault but Jake Paul's. Because you could have came in at 230, 240, whatever you wanted to do. You could have put muscle on. You could have done any number of things, and you didn't. So really, the weight and stuff like that, you can't, I don't want to hear it.
Listen.
Don't want to hear it.
Listen. If I was in there with Anthony Joshua, I'd be shitting my pants, right? I mean, I wouldn't even be able to run. I'd be so scared. I'd like freeze, man.
Listen, man, if you signed a contract and you said, you know what, I'm going to take that money, you get in there and at least you give him you at least try. You do your best, man.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so let's say Montero. So let's say Montero and you, right? You've openly said, Montero has a lazy jab, this
Never. Come on, please don't do this. Don't do this.
But if you got in the ring,
don't put me in this position.
If you or I got in the ring, Montero wipes the floor because he does this just about every day.
Yeah, Montero.
He does this a lot.
There's a reason why I put him on the security detail.
Right. That's why I got him on mine too. He's on Beep security detail. So, like, we know that we probably wouldn't win that fight. Even if we trained and everything like that, we're older, he's younger, he's stronger, and he does this more than we do. So, but if you get in there, are you just going to, like, fold up? You're going to at least try, right? Yeah. I'm going to at least throw some right hands and some jabs and try to move and everything like that. And if you get caught and go out, you get caught and you go out.
Do you think Canelo Alvarez would ever fight Jake Paul now?
No.
Never, right?
Nope. I don't think so. And there's no reason for it because now he's got all the money. I mean, he's got tons of money. He's making tons of money with Turkey. There's no reason for it. He didn't want that fight anyways.
Yeah, he never wanted it.
No, he never wanted it.
Because Turkey took. I've never said that about any fighter. That word
Daniel
never.
Dubois. You called Daniel Dubois quitter.
That word is not even.
It's not even on tape. You called Dubois quitter when he lost against Joe Joyce. No. And let me tell you what. That was the most disgraceful thing you've ever done on this show. I got to be honest.
That's not.
I got to be honest.
That's a lot of projection on your part.
A lot of projection.
We already know what happened on that show. You can't have revisionist history now.
But yeah, man, I tell you, like I said, it was disappointing. I mean, we knew what it was going to be. I mean, you and I kind of knew what it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I had an idea what it was. I didn't think it would be like that, where he just completely ran. There's one thing about being in trouble and trying to save it till the bell or whatever and running that way. But this dude ran the entire fight. Like, what respect do you want me to give him? I mean, honestly, like, what respect do you want me to give him?
That was great.
You didn't even try. Like, dude, that's the other thing. You got in there and you didn't even try. Who knows? Maybe you land a shot. Maybe you hit him, but you didn't even try. That's the rough part for him.
Did you hear Leila?
That's the part when he watches this fight over, that's what he's going to remember. And he's going to know it because, listen, you can't lie to yourself. You know the truth. You know what happened. And that's going to haunt him for a long time. So maybe he does fight again. I'll say this. Maybe he does fight again. And maybe he does fight like a lower level pro or something like that.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Haney doesn't run. Guys, Haney doesn't run. I guess Floyd ran. I guess Pernell Whitaker ran. Haney doesn't run, guys.
No, I mean,
there's a way to fight. He fights on the back foot.
Haney may not always be overly offensive minded, but he is not. He doesn't run.
No.
No.
Shakur Stevenson doesn't run.
No.
They're on the back foot. You know what I mean? There's a difference between fighting a counter on the back foot versus, you know.
When you're an outboxer, you're gonna try to get space in between you and your opponent. So sometimes you have to take a half step back and circle in order to get your spacing. So I don't call that anything.
David Benavidez versus Anthony Joshua. No, I think that here's the deal. Like right now, probably not. He's got to move up. He's got to move up in weight, get acclimated, move up in weight, get acclimated. He's got to get acclimated at light, go to cruiserweight, get acclimated, and then go to heavyweight to get acclimated for a few fights. Then I think he's ready.
Did these guys get? I'm hearing that these guys got like $90 million apiece. Is that accurate?
Who knows? I have no idea. I thought I heard 50 from Joshua, but numbers aren't out. You don't know. Yeah. Nobody knows anything. Yeah, but I imagine the fight did great. I imagine the fight did great on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm
curious to see how many people watched it.
Huh?
I'm curious to see how many people watched it.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm saying is everyone was so upset over the Tyson fight, and they still watch this one. So I think people have short memories, and I don't think he's done. I really don't.
And you know what? Would be surprised. Like, what surprised me is that everybody after the fight was saying, "Oh, Tyson was paid off," or there was a provision in the contract where he couldn't do this or he couldn't do that. Guys, look, what was he? 60, 58?
Yeah, 58.
Yeah, you and I are in our 50s.
I just turned 56 on the 9th, man.
You don't look a day over 40. I'll tell you that right now. You look great,
that.
man.
I appreciate it.
But like I said, man, I mean, you and I, we know what it's like to be a little bit older.
Of course.
And when you get up and your limbs are cracking and you got a pain for no apparent reason, your knee hurts or something like that. Yeah, it's you get older, and we know that you can't. Listen, you and I both know anybody can look good for 10 seconds on a bag. Those 10-second clips he was spending out, but he's 58.
Yeah,
that ain't no joke.
Brian makes a good point. He says we still have to give him credit for opening up the Netflix store, and I
listen. I give him all the credit in the world for what he's done, what he's done with boxing and everything like that. I give him all the credit in the world. He's brought a lot of eyes to the sport. Now, some people will say, "Well, they won't stay here; they'll go." Listen, I don't care. He brought a lot of eyes to the sport, and he's done a lot for women's boxing. He's done a ton for more than anybody I think in boxing has done.
I'd have
to be honest.
I'd have to agree with you.
Yeah. But as far as his fight last night and any more of his fights, I think he's hit his expiration date.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah,
you could be right. I'm not going to dismiss your point. I mean, I may slightly I think I do disagree with it, but we'll see. I could be wrong.
Reese hit it right on the head, man. Credit for his business, crap for his performance, 100%. Because
great performance myself.
That was a cowardly. I mean, it was cowardly.
I would never call him a coward. It
was a cowardly performance, Babe. You know it, and I know it.
He landed two monstrous right hands on the belly of the beast, man.
And let me tell you what. After those, and he did. He landed two on two separate occasions. He landed that right hand, and I saw him hit, and Joshua just kind of looked at him, didn't miss a beat, and kept punching, man. It's a different animal, man. It's a different thing, man.
Are you going to disown Jake now? Because he is from Ohio. You're going to
No, he's done a great job. I mean, why would I disown him? He's done a great job. Listen, just because he didn't have a good fight and he ran from this guy, listen, I get it. Yeah, he bit off way too much. He bit off way more than he could chew.
Let me ask you an honest question. If you were in there with Anthony Joshua, would you stand there and fight him, or would you move like Jake did?
I couldn't move like Jake did. I'm 52 now. I couldn't move like Jake.
If you could move like Jake, would you move like that?
No, but I would try to be more elusive. That's always been my game. I've always been like tough to hit. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's always been my game. Is I try to make you miss.
But you have a low center of gravity, and you can kind of make yourself a compact target. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Yeah, okay. For sure. So
how do you think
that would be mine, but I wouldn't run like that.
What do you think Robbie's strategy would have been? Think he would have tried? Think he would have tried to negotiate with him? Think he would have tried to negotiate with him a little bit in there?
To negotiate with him. All right, if this happens and we do this, and Robbie, like, if you just let me last one more round,
Yeah.
No, if I was in there with Jake, if I was in there with Anthony Joshua, I would have had probably one of my cousins or somebody put a ton on the under. I would have just stood there with him because you're going to catch that shot.
I told people to take the over, though. I did.
Yeah.
My friend.
Yeah, it was a good move. Yeah. Because they kept talking about that during the fight, how big the ring was and how it favored Joshua, or how it favored Jake Paul. And I'm like, nothing in this ring is going to favor Jake Paul.
Nothing.
I mean, whatever your thoughts about Anthony Joshua, listen, he still can go out there and fight with anybody. He can fight with Usyk. He can fight with Fury. He can fight with any of the top guys. Whether he wins or not, that's a different animal. But he can definitely compete, and he's got a shot to win every fight he goes in. So, yeah, man, it's Wilfred Benitez. That's right. The radar. All right. Hey, let's talk about the co-main event here. Anderson Silva versus Tyron Woodley, the co-main event. Anderson Silva knocked him out in 2 rounds. Man, Silva's like, he's 50 years old too, but he's so relaxed in there. Did you watch Silva box? It's almost, he like has fun in there. I mean, he's just so relaxed and he's so crisp with his shots and he lands them perfect, man. It's tough, man. Woodley got dropped and that was it, man. It was over. He couldn't, he didn't look like he could walk a straight line. He really didn't. He was rattled. So, and Woodley's always in good shape. You know, you watch him, he comes in, he's always in good shape, you know?
He took the fight on short notice too, so, you know.
I want to talk about the fight of the night, in my opinion, anyway. The fight of the night, in my opinion. Jamal Harvey versus Kevin Cervantes. This kid, Jamal Harvey, he looked good. It was, I think it was, what is it, his first professional fight or his fifth or something like that?
I think it was his second pro fight.
He looked really good.
Yeah,
I mean, he looked really sharp. That jab he was throwing, his defense looked good. He looked good, man. He really did. I liked him, and I tell you what, and I don't know, is he signed? I believe he might be signed to MVP, no?
No, he's signed to MVP. He is.
They got a good one there, and if they bring him along right, man, he's going to be a killer, man. He is very good.
What did you think of the female fight with the 12 3-minute rounds with Alycia Baumgardner?
I don't know what you're talking about. what do you? I don't know. No, what are you talking? No, seriously, what are you talking about? Was there chicks on that card?
There was several women were on that card.
It must have been like before the main events. I mean, what happened? It was on the prelims, right? That's what you're talking about.
They were all over the card that night.
Baumgardner.
Alycia Baumgardner,
and then some other girl,
Leila,
Beaudoin, Leila Beaudoin for the OnlyFans belt. What happened? I didn't see it. I'm not watching that nonsense. What are you, crazy?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to sit there and watch that nonsense?
It was an okay.
Come on, man.
It was
okay. What is it? Baumgardner won, right?
Yeah.
I don't even have it listed. You know what I have listed under there? Who cares? That's like I listed.
You have it in there. Come on.
I don't. I'm telling you.
You gotta show her. You gotta show Baumgardner some respect, please.
Baumgardner. Oh man. Let's go to the phone here. 530 Robert. Let's get him on here. See what he says. Because you know he watched the fight.
Hello, guys.
Robert.
I watched it.
Wasn't that a great fight, Robert? What'd you think?
Eric, I have to agree with you. It was awful to watch, honestly. I hope we never see Jake in the ring again.
Come on,
he
Robbie,
didn't even really try.
Robbie,
right?
Come on.
I mean, for as much as he tried to sell the fight and everything like that, as much as he sold the fight, and to get in there and just disgrace yourself like that, I mean, that's what it was. I can't even sugarcoat it. And he's from Ohio, so I would have tried. I mean, dude.
Eric, here's the problem. As soon as I seen how big the ring was, I knew what was up because that should have been a smaller ring.
But to just run.
Robbie,
I mean, he wasn't even throwing shots. He was just running.
Let me ask you a question, Robbie. What did you think of those two vicious right hands Jake landed, though? Did you give him credit for that? Robbie?
Where'd he go? His phone sucks, man. Is he on the cricket plan or something? Yeah, seriously. He's got to get another phone, man. All right, let's go to Jerry. We'll come back to Robert later on. 410 Baltimore, where I am king. Go ahead.
Hard to know where to start, as usual. You, Eric, are a guy who has zero idea of what it is to compete. Dweeb. All right, no. I'm going to say this before I say anything further. If you're going to interrupt and disrupt me, I won't even bother. You're going to let me speak?
Please, you have the floor. Please.
Dweeb yesterday was talking a whole different shit. He was talking about Joshua didn't go after him. He didn't get at him. Joshua is not any cruiserweight, and put him against Anthony Joshua, it's a mismatch. Badu Jack would not have lasted likely 6 rounds with Anthony Joshua either. But Jake, he ran. That was his only game plan, was to run and to try to catch Anthony with a mollywop. And once his legs went out, after about midway through the 4th round, then he couldn't. He was a sitting duck at that point. But he took every one of his lumps. You have no clue what it is to compete when you're up against it, beyond up against it. The fight was a mismatch.
So what's your point exactly? I don't understand. Are you praising Jake Paul or what are you doing?
What's the point? I mean,
I'm praising both of them. I'm not going to criticize Joshua. Many people thought he should have got Jake out of there in 2 rounds. I don't agree. He would have looked sloppy. He may even have injured himself chasing and running. Show me a fight where any fighter runs and the other fighter runs to get at them. They're not trained to do that.
I give Joshua
a professional.
So why would you give Jake Paul credit for running the entire fight?
Because that was the only game plan that he could
No, it's not.
Eric, it's the only thing that he could do.
I actually agree with Jerry here. I think
he
Jake
ran the entire fight, did not engage.
There's no way Jake could stand and trade with the guy.
What was up with that? You know what? What was up with that referee too? Why wasn't there points taken away? Because that was ridiculous.
I give Joshua a lot of credit for.
Well, he was falling down a lot. He was
falling down.
You got to understand, the fight was a mismatch.
I think we're all aware the fight was a mismatch. It's not like anybody's out here thinking it was even. Go ahead.
Anthony Joshua versus Badu Jack would be a mismatch. Joshua outweighed Jake by 50 pounds, easy. He's a lot taller, a lot rangier, bigger pedigree. Jake Paul's only chance was to do what he tried to do, and he showed a lot of heart doing it. He could have quit after the first knockdown. He could have said, that's it, but he didn't. He took his lumps. Hey, anyone who knows anything about boxing knows this fight was a mismatch. What was Anthony
Of course
Joshua
it was a mismatch.
Fighting?
Nobody's questioning that.
Okay.
Of course it was.
Okay, so when you say he didn't try,
he didn't
you
try.
have no clue as to what trying is.
Running
What's
around,
trying?
I know
Going
running around is not
out
trying.
In the first round, is that trying? Going out there and getting in mid-range and getting knocked out in the first round?
Do you think Francis Ngannou tried?
Trying?
Do you think Francis Ngannou tried against Anthony Joshua?
Well, according to his own words, he didn't try, and guess what happened? He got knocked right out.
Francis Ngannou said he
didn't
try?
Go 6 rounds. He said he didn't try. Go look at the video.
Dude, where? Where did he say this at?
It's all over YouTube, brother. You can find it if you want.
He was making a lot of excuses. He was making a lot of excuses for his performance in interviews.
Right. Maybe, but either way, he got dealt with quickly. Jake went 6 rounds against a guy 50 pounds heavier than him.
Again, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the weight thing. He had a chance. He could have gained the same amount of weight. Could have came in same weight.
I give Joshua a lot of credit because he could have seriously hurt that guy, and he showed a lot of restraint in that fight.
He did seriously hurt him. He broke his jaw in 2 places with a KO punch that he
how serious does it gotta be?
He could have put him in a coma if he wanted.
For real, babe. Like, how serious does it gotta be?
He could have put him in a coma.
That he's knocked out plenty.
What do you want me to be on life? I mean, I know we don't get along, but wishing me to be on life
support. What do you mean he didn't get knocked out? He got
knocked
out. He got TKO. That's a knockout. What are you talking about?
Was he unconscious?
The only way you go unconscious if you don't see the shot. He saw the shot.
Was he unconscious?
That's your measuring stick?
No.
That's your bar.
Yeah, that's what
unconscious. That's your bar.
He was literally sitting. He was literally sitting on the canvas, smiling and laughing, and looking over to his family and talking to them while he was on the canvess.
That's right.
If Joshua wanted to,
giant right hand from a giant heavyweight, and he wasn't knocked unconscious.
And he won because he wasn't unconscious. Got it.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you.
You have no clue.
Jerry,
if I put you in your fucking mouth, you wouldn't even be able to take a right hand from me on the street.
First of all, you couldn't land.
Jerry, please.
I feel very comfortable in saying you wouldn't be able to land a shot on me. That's number one.
Jerry, you have
number two, as far as taking your shot, come on, man.
Jerry, you've been smoking. You've been smoking.
Yeah, you've been on that stuff, man. Seriously, hey, for real, Jerry, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You need to give that stuff a break, man. Seriously, it's clouding your judgment, stuff like that. You need to put the bottle down, son. You need to put
You're
the
an
bottle
armchair,
down, son.
fucking Braveheart.
You're not even an armchair Braveheart. You're over here calling me.
Jerry, you've been smoking a carton of cigarettes a day. I don't think you have the stamina to go 3 rounds right now, Jerry. You've been smoking at least
a carton. I got the stamina to fuck you and him up. When do you want to do it? When do you want to do it?
Well, I live at 826 Broadway in Revere. You can come see me.
I'm in Cincinnati. I'm a real easy guy to find anytime.
I'm actually in the phone book.
You ain't nobody, bro. I'll come up there and beat your fucking ass like fucking yesterday's nobody.
Do you have money to get up here? I don't know. Like, do you have a car to get up here? You're thinking Uber's going to cost you some money to get up here, man.
I got everything to get up there, bro.
Sure you do.
The bottom line is, bro, you have no clue what it is to compete and fight. You have none. You're an armchair.
So Jerry, how many amateur trophies? How many amateur tournaments have you won, Jerry? I'm just curious.
More than your mom.
Mom's dead.
Whenever you want it, you
My mom's dead.
I'll flatten your fucking cone head out. No problem.
Why are you so angry today? Why are you so angry today?
Why are you mad at what Jake?
You guys are fucking assholes, man. You fucking criticize fighters that give the most honest of effort.
Have I criticized anyone? Have I criticized any fighter today?
He's right.
Dweeb, don't even start, bro. That's all you do. You're an armchair guy.
I never criticized. You're the one that criticizes fighters. You were making fun of Terrence Crawford 2 weeks ago, and I was defending him.
Never made fun of Terrence Crawford.
You were making fun of him.
WBC.
You don't like Terrence Crawford. We all know why you don't like him. I mean, Coach Malachi pointed that out a couple months ago.
Did not make fun of any of his ring accomplishments, not one. Said that he
You said he was overrated. You telling Coach Malachi he's overrated.
He sometimes forgets the stories he tells. You know what I'm saying?
So does a lot of people. A lot of people believe he's overrated. Am I alone there? He's still a great fighter.
You're on a small.
Pretty sure you're on a small island.
People, you're on a small island on that one, sure.
Maybe not Epstein Island.
Well, that's what you say. I don't see it as a small island. What I see is you guys have no idea what it is to compete, and so you have this armchair fantasy land. Like
he lost money on the fight.
Did you lose money on the fight? Did you take the under? Did you take Jerry? Did you take the under? Did you take the under?
He took the under.
You took the under, right?
No, I mean, I thought the fight was going to be fake. I told anyone that would listen, the fight would be fake. It wasn't fake. It was real. And I thought I was wrong about that.
Listen, you lost your Christmas club. Listen, you lost your Christmas club money on Canelo versus Crawford, because you put everything on Canelo. And I know you're angry. I know you're still angry about that. Yeah, but you got to get over it. Well, you got to get over it at some point. You got to get over it at some point.
But I didn't bet on that, and I didn't bet on this.
And then you said this was a 50. Listen, you were mad because you said this was a 50-50 fight, and when it wasn't, then you got upset about it. It's okay. People get things wrong every now and then. Listen, people get things wrong every now and then.
And you say that you have video recording of it. Why don't you play it?
We have to dig for the archives.
I don't know if you haven't noticed, Jerry. If you haven't noticed, we're a little busy right now, so I can't go with archive stuff.
You got 5 people listening.
Right.
Listening and 3 likes.
Right.
I see it right there.
And we're still here.
Back to your lonely apartment.
We still do it.
And Jerry, work yourself into a stupor, so you can feel better about yourself.
We still do the show every week in spite of all of that.
Don't have it.
We still do the show in spite of all of that.
You don't have it, period.
We don't have
You don't have it. I never said it, and that's why you won't play it. I keep calling you out to say, you keep saying you haven't recorded. I keep saying play it. Where is it?
I forgot. This isn't
the Jerry show. We have about 100 shows we have to friggin' look through to find the material.
Maybe Jerry lost his wife on the bet.
Well, I'm calling you out flat-footed. If you have it, play it. And I'll eat all the crow in the world. The last time I talked to you before 2 weeks ago was 6 weeks prior. Wow. Joshua wasn't even in the fray. Tank Davis was still
talking about it before the fight was even signed. You were talking about it before the fight was even signed.
All right, Jerry, you've been on 10 minutes. We got to go. We got to get rolling, man.
You ain't got it. Play it.
What is he talking about? We don't have what? What is he?
He says I don't have the footage of him saying that it was a 50-50 fight, and he clearly said it when the fight wasn't signed, when they were talking about doing it.
I kind of remember that. You were talking about that earlier. Yeah, you were talking about that a couple shows ago.
This is what he said. He goes, Joshua has no chin, and if Jake hits him with a right hand, he could put him out of there. It's a 50-50 fight. That's what he said. I swear to God.
Caller's mad.
I'll take a polygraph.
All right. Let's see here. Thank you so much, my friend. He says, that was the only game plan. They had to frustrate AJ, force him to get careless, and then land the right. He would get KO'd faster if he didn't run and shoot in for takedowns. They thought AJ would gas chasing. How would he gas chasing? And I agree with it. I agree with the sentiment and everything like that. I agree with that's what they thought.
Well, that's what Jake said, but I don't mean whether he believed it or not is another thing.
There's no way he believed it. That's Spirit of Justice, I think, hits it right on the head. That's the Baltimore education system in a nutshell talking. All right, let's see here. 718. Let's get to 718 if I can find it here.
What's going on, guys? It's Raphael from New York.
Raphael, what's going on, man?
Before we get started here, right? Now, you didn't bet your Christmas Club money on any of these fights yesterday or even Canelo or anything like that, right?
No way.
Right.
No way.
Jerry lost his paycheck on it. Boy.
I don't know, man.
But I'm going to say something. Outside of every other time that Jerry has called, I got to agree with Jerry, with the exception of I'll go up there and beat your ass.
Listen, I'm a pacifist.
But yeah,
pacifist
I don't think AJ took it easy on him at all. I mean, Jake ran around and that was his only game plan. And it's very difficult for you to go and catch up to someone and try to knock him out. It's not an easy feat. Whether you're, a professional or you're an amateur, if someone is not standing in front of you to get hit, it's very difficult for you to actually try to knock him out, especially when you're the type of fighter that has to sit down on his punches to actually try to knock you out. But I just want to say one thing, because I know one of the mentioned, got to actually.
His phone's breaking up.
Yeah, Raphael, we're going to have to let you go, man. Your phone was breaking up. Let's move down here. Let's see here. Where's Robert? Robert's out again. What is going on with his phone? Like, really? All right, let me get to the rest of the fights here. So, in Detroit this past weekend on DAZN, Tony Harrison versus Brian Chavez, 10 rounds middleweights. Tony Harrison won with a 4th round knockout.
Good for him.
I didn't even know he was still fighting.
We talked about this. Like, he's still fighting, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, he's not bad. It's like he's still I don't know, like, is he like championship level now still, or
I don't think so, but you know what?
Either, man, but
I mean,
he can box. And you never know, man. And he's got a shot. He can punch.
Yeah, I like Tony Harrison. I've
always liked Tony Harrison.
I always thought he was a good fighter. Contrary to popular belief, I do think he did beat Jermell Charlo in that fight, the first one. I do think he edged it. A lot of people disagree with me, but
I think I had Charlo winning that first fight.
Most people thought Charlo won that fight, but I
had that Charlo winning, the other Charlo losing, and it was like the reverse or something.
Yeah, I do think Harrison edged that fight, though, in my opinion. So he was a world champ. He was a world champion. So credit to him.
I like Tony Harrison a lot, man. He's got a gym in Detroit, does a lot for the community over there. He's a good-hearted guy, man, and
good
he does,
trainer,
like
too.
you said, yeah, and he does a lot for that community.
Very likable person. I can't say anything bad about the guy.
No, I love Tony Harrison, man. Awesome.
Good on him for winning.
There was a main event there: Olivia Curry versus Kay Scott, the vacant WBC women's title. Kay Scott won. That's all I know. You're lucky I even put that one up. I'm just saying.
You gotta show some respect to these women.
I mean, I'm not a chauvinist. I mean, everybody knows that. I'm just saying.
Eric, please. You gotta do better.
I gotta do better. What's the matter with you? Get out of here. All right, and on Rumble Premium, whatever that is Rumble a channel? Rumble's like a channel or something.
It's an app. It's like similar to YouTube, actually.
That's okay. So it's like it's an app then. All right. I've never got on it. I've heard of it, but I've never really.
Yeah, I have actually an account, but I very rarely go on it. I really go on it. A lot of influencers go on Rumble,
which makes sense because Rampage Jackson, isn't Rampage on Rumble. Yeah, that's what. Okay, I got you now.
Yeah, Andrew Tate's actually on Rumble. And there's a lot of
Andrew Tate, son, was the main event here on Rumble against a YouTuber, Chase Demore.
Yeah.
Now listen, Andrew Tate is like what, 40?
40, yeah.
Looks like he's in fair shape.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
He's in better shape than I am, I'll tell you that.
He looks like he's in incredible shape.
Right. So he looks like he's in good shape, man. He's 40. He was a kickboxing champion somewhere. A kickboxing champion, got all these titles and belts. Son, I don't know where those fights took place. If they were in a bar somewhere, or if you were taking karate with the little kids in the class and beating them guys.
You can't talk about the top G like that. Come on. You gotta show
Who's the top G? Is that what he calls himself?
Top G, man.
Stop.
People
got manhandled in that fight by that YouTuber. And I was looking at that YouTuber, that Chase kid. He couldn't do anything either. Like he was like, you could see him. He looked like he was in a street fight. So when you would go to jabbing him, he's like leaning back. He's not moving side to side. He's just leaning back trying to punch. It was like watching two guys in a bar fight or something like that. And I expected a lot more from the kickboxing champion than I got. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. That was bad.
Yeah.
That was horrendous. That dude? Who's that dude in Bloodsport? The guy who Frank Dukes, who claimed that this is real, that he fought in this Bloodsport tournament underground, and nobody corroborates it. There's no evidence. There's no nothing. Right?
Sort of like Jerry. Jerry's telling us he's competed in several.
He's a killer now, right? He's
competed in several tournaments.
Everybody's a killer on that phone, isn't they? Everybody's a killer on the internet, aren't they?
He's beating people up on the docks, warehouses. He's going to warehouses. Right. He's going to warehouses, challenging bare knuckle fights. Right. He's doing bare knuckle fights at warehouses, knocking out Amazon workers. I mean,
knocking out door dashers and everything like that, man.
He's going to Domino's Pizza, pulling people over the register, over the counter.
Yeah, and then this guy says Chase was on Love Island or whatever and played in the Canadian Football League. Dude, I mean, and he looked like he was in fair shape too, but neither one of them really looked like they knew how to box. And if you're a former champion, Beeb, in kickboxing, you should know a little bit about self-defense and how to box, right? Because it didn't look like Tate knew any of that. Why would you? I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. Why would you put yourself in there? Because like you can't really, you can lie and when you stay on the microphone or you're on TV or you're on your keyboard, you can lie about whatever you want, right? You can lie about but when you get in that ring, that's a truth machine right there. We're gonna know if you're gonna put up or shut up. We're gonna know because we're all gonna watch it, and you're gonna get judged for every minute of that round. And if you weren't good, that's one thing. But if you haven't, he looked like he had never stepped foot in a ring.
So you're saying even considering the age and the layoff, you still should have had some type of semblance of some skills.
I'm not even saying he should have beat that guy, right? No. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying you should have at least looked like an athlete in there. And
what you're saying is, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, and please correct me if I'm wrong, that he looked like he didn't even know what he was doing in there.
He didn't. I don't know if you saw it or not. Go look at it.
Yeah.
He didn't. Just look at the highlights. He didn't. He looked like a deer in headlights out there. He looked like a guy in a bar fight. That's what he looked like.
But I can't disrespect the top G like that, though, man.
He's not the top G.
People on Twitter, right? They call him the bottom G.
The bottom G. Yeah, for sure. He's the bottom G.
Call him the bottom G now because he lost. People are brutal. They kick you when you're down. I don't kick people when they're down. I don't do that. I know you like to kick people when they're down. I don't. I pick people up.
Jerry was saying Andrew Tate was a top G alpha male. There you go.
Jerry thinks he's a top G.
Well, there you go. You saw what happens to top Gs.
Unless the G stands for goof.
Really, if you're a top G, you should let other people call you the top G. When you start naming yourself king and champ and everything
Yeah,
like
when you start giving yourself, now, like my name, Beeb, I was given that in the Army, right? So
yeah.
I kind of ran with it. I don't make up my own nicknames.
Nobody makes up their own nicknames.
No.
Like, what are you doing? Top G. Airhead. Anyway, Chase Demore won by unanimous majority decision, 58-56 twice and 57 all. Tony Ferguson won a decision over Warren Spencer. This is the Misfits boxing, by the way. So, like, you'll see like a lot of YouTubers or UFCs versus YouTubers and all that other stuff. Which, I mean, listen, they're making money, so I could care less. I mean, and you know what you're getting. When I tune into that, I know what I'm getting. Now, Amado Vargas, that's Francisco Vargas' son, yeah? Amado Vargas? And he's like 13-0 or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
He was fighting some dude named Dean the Great, who I think he was 1-0 or 0-1 or something like that. Anyway, Vargas wins the unanimous decision, 57-56 twice and 58-55. The reason I bring that fight up, Dean the Great had some real disparaging stuff to say about Vargas's mom.
That was horrible.
That was awful. That was really awful,
and
man.
Again, I'm not a snowflake, and I know how people can get mean and stuff, but
you never want to bring up family.
That's a line.
You never want to bring up family, period.
Yeah, that's a
but
line.
to bring family up like he did and to really disparage his mom like that wasn't cool.
Yeah,
that wasn't good.
I don't like that.
And you did that knowing that he couldn't do anything about it because he was being blocked by other people coming in. That wasn't.
You knew the fight was
right.
The fight was imminent anyways. He's not going to do something to put that in jeopardy. So
right, especially after that, I wouldn't have done anything to put it in jeopardy.
No,
Yeah, I don't know, man. All right, let's talk about the upcoming fights here. Let's see what we got. NUA fights this week. We'll get back to normal boxing here. Let's see here. Lawrence Okoli is fighting today. Maybe he's already fought. Lawrence Okoli.
He won by knockout. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It looked like a tune-up to me, but I don't.
Yeah, it wasn't a great fight.
All right. December 27th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, on DAZN. Naoya Inoue. This is like their samurai card, I guess they're calling it.
Yes. Yep.
Naoya Inoue versus David Picasso, 12 rounds for Inoue's undisputed junior featherweight championship. On the undercard, Junto Nakatani versus Sebastian Hernandez, 12 rounds for Nakatani's WBC and IBF bantamweight titles. Kenshiro Teraji versus Wilbado Garcia Perez, 12 rounds for Perez's IBF junior bantamweight title. And that's it for next week. That's it.
Yeah.
And I figure it's going to be slow because of Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
There's got to be I thought for sure there would be a Japan show on
New Year's Eve, right?
On New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
They don't have it listed, but it wouldn't shock me if there is one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that looks like the fight they're trying to put together is Nakatani versus Inoue. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I hope it does. That's a good fight.
Yeah.
It's a good fight. I favor Inoue to win. And I favor Nakatani. They're both like that's what they're gearing toward.
Yeah, they're trying to build that fight.
But you never know. You know what I mean? Like you never know.
Hopefully Turkey Alycia will put that fight together.
How many times have we seen tune-ups go the other way?
Yeah.
It just is. It is what it is. News and rumors here. All right, Terrence Crawford has officially retired, Beeb. Do you think it sticks?
I kind of do, to be honest with you. If I was a betting man, I would say yes, it does. I heard Steve Kim say on Twitter, mentioned it, that when that situation with Jennebeck happened where he tested positive for PEDs, that influenced the decision. So I'm not sure if he was serious about going down to middleweight, like he said after the fight with Canelo. But I know Canelo also said that he was interested in a rematch with Terrence Crawford, and I kind of thought that was the direction they were both going to go in because of the money. But I do suspect that this may be it for Crawford, and I'm kind of happy for him. I think it's a great way to go out. It's the right time to go out. 38 years old. Doesn't get easier. Even though he's an exceptional athlete, he's an outlier, right? There's not many like him, and when you can operate at such a high level, even at 38 like that, you got guys like Floyd, obviously Bernard Hopkins. You can count them on one hand, people who could do it at that age, and he was one of them. So, it only lasts for so long, and might as well get out on top.
Yeah. And I mean, as far as any real money, all the real money's gone, I believe. Right? I mean, all the money's gone. I mean, other than Canelo, he can do it. Canelo again. He could probably do it for the same amount of money, if not more. But then what? Who's left? Nobody.
Well, again, I understand it to some degree. I mean, obviously, I can't speak to it because I'm not nowhere near the stratosphere. But when even me as a person or anyone as a person, once you start making a certain amount of money, right? Mm-hmm. You don't want to go backwards, right? So when you have fights like Canelo, and you make all that money, and not even just the money. Of course, the money is extremely important, but when you're in such an event like that, everything else is just a letdown at that point, right?
Yeah. Right.
It's just a letdown. So I could just only imagine what's going through his mind and the thought process behind it all, right?
Yeah. This is a good question here. Who had a better resume and retired prematurely, Bud Crawford, Andre Ward, or Rocky Marciano? It's tough to tell because, and you know what I think the standard should be is how many Hall of Famers you beat. How many Hall of Famers did you fought? How many Hall of Famers did you fight? How many Hall of Famers did you beat?
Yeah.
That's got to be the standard. If you're going to talk like who had the better resume, and as far as who had it, I don't know. I think Ward may have had a better resume than all of them, but I don't know.
I think he
fought in that Super Six.
I think I would agree with that.
He fought in that Super Six.
And
beat everybody.
Yeah, that could be fair. That could be fair. I mean, Ward beat Kessler. He beat Kovalev. Beat Froch. Froch is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Kovalev.
He's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
I could see him going.
He may be going, Kovalev.
Kessler, no.
Yeah, Ward's in there already himself, right? So he beat Kessler. He beat Froch, Arthur Abraham. Yeah.
He beat a lot of good guys, man.
Yeah.
He beat a lot of good ones, but it would have to be like
Andre Green,
and it's tough because you can't even say Bud right now because while his career is over, how many of them guys are going to go in the Hall of Fame? We don't know. Don't know.
Well, Froch is already in the Hall of Fame, Little Penny. He's not borderline. He's already in. He's already been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah,
Froch is already in there. So how many Hall of Famers is I don't think Mikel Kessler's in the Hall of Fame, is he?
No, I don't think.
I don't think. Let me see if is Mikel Kessler in the Hall of Fame?
Maybe.
Let me Google that.
Maybe.
I'm not even sure.
All right, so let's see here. Let's go to 760.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? What's up with you, Eric? Don't even try to hang up in my and don't even try, homie. Don't even try it, bro. You're going to sit up there and argue with this dude, Jerry, all that time. You better give me some time, homie.
I didn't do anything.
You're going to argue. And if you say anything, I'm going to send Jerry your way. I'm going to send Jerry your way. You and Jerry can get the fade all.
You're going to pay his bus fare up here, huh?
Yeah,
I'm going to call Jerry, homie. Don't make me get Jerry, so don't hang the phone up. Now look.
Well, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it, man. We're gonna get running.
Brian, you got to get going. You just wasted 5 minutes. Brian, you just wasted 5 minutes. Come on.
Damn. Man, hey, I'm telling you, I'm gonna send Jerry. You better stop playing, homie.
You got it. Keep going.
Look,
keep going.
You're wasting your time with this, Brian. Let's go.
Boy, Jake Paul. Let's talk about your boy Jake Paul, man. Your boy Jake Paul. Oh my God.
Talk about something. Hurry up.
Why are you defending this guy, man? Why are you defending this guy?
Defending Jake
on
Paul?
His performance.
Who? Beeb? Why are you
defending Jake Paul on his performance?
Why are you defending Jake Paul on his performance, Beeb?
Why am I defending Jake Paul on his performance?
Because if it was Devin Haney, you would have been murdering Devin Haney.
That wouldn't have been Devin Haney.
You would have been killing him.
That wouldn't have been Devin Haney.
Devin Haney has the ability to not have to do what Jake Paul did. Jake Paul had no choice but to fight that way because it was existential to his well-being and health. Devin Haney has the skill set. Devin Haney has the skill set in which he can do much more than what Jake Paul did.
Okay. So if Tank would have done, okay, let's do it like this. I got a good one. So if Tank would have done that same, if Tank would have done the same exact strategy against Jake Paul for 6 rounds, you would have been satisfied with Tank?
No, because Tank wouldn't have done that. If anybody look,
there's a difference.
Let me ask you a question. But let me ask you a question. Would you consider what Jake Paul did last night the same thing Devin Haney does?
Hell no.
Because there's a difference, right? There's a difference between what? There's movement and running, right?
Yes, it's like lateral going backwards.
The point.
Jake Paul ran. That motherfucker just ran to every corner of the ring. So that's where I'm like, why is he not being criticized for that? Because you guys criticize anybody else when they do some shit like this. But you're going to get this man props. That's his fault.
I criticize
No, I'm not talking about you, Eric. No, Eric, you on point today, man. You on point. I agree with everything you're saying. Your boy Beeb, he tripping, man. What's up with your boy today, man?
Yeah, get your stuff together.
He's defending this guy.
Get it together.
I'm like, look, man.
Let me tell you what, I like this Brian guy.
About he didn't have no choice.
On here for a little
bit. Who put a gun to his head to make him fight Anthony Joshua?
Jake Paul is not a world-class fighter. Devin Haney is a world-class fighter, multiple weight division world champion. You cannot compare the two of them the same way. You can't use the same criteria to compare the two.
I've never seen anything. I've never seen Devin Haney do that. I've never even seen anybody else just straight up run the way Jake Paul ran.
I think Devin Haney
he thought it was the Olympics, the track and field run.
The closest I've seen was Popo Freitas in that fight. But he was fighting, and he was winning the fight. He was winning the fight.
I think Devin Haney is a great fighter. When have I ever said he's not a great fighter?
Hey, he gets a lot of criticism, man. He gets a lot of criticism.
Are you accusing me of
being a runner?
Let me ask you a question.
Especially from that performance he had in New York.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen me be overly critical of Devin Haney?
Overcritical of Daniel Dubois, I'll tell you that.
That's a lie.
Call him a quitter.
Not too much, but you did criticize him, though, after that performance, which I was mad too. I'm mad. Hey, I don't like no running, okay? I don't like any running. No Jake Paul running, no Devin Haney running, no running, okay? I'm just it's a difference between running and fighting, okay? I don't like it when no fighter runs like that. It's just not entertaining. But Jake Paul, though, this guy literally ran.
You didn't see those 2 monstrous right hands he landed on Joshua?
Yeah. You can't give this man no. Hey, man, if Tank would have done that, you would not. Look, man. Remember, we ended up getting to this point with Anthony Joshua because the whole Tank fight didn't go through. Because even that Tank fight, man, what the hell was that? That was like a mismatch in size, right?
Right.
So, it's like, okay, so Tank would have been outweighed. But if Tank we know Tank wouldn't have done that, but if Tank would have done the same exact thing what Jake Paul was doing running, he would have deserved criticism. Anybody deserves criticism. This man was not only running, he was grabbing his ankles. He was trying to tackle him. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
Why the ref didn't take any points away, I'll never know.
Listen. I don't know how you giving this man any type of props,
He was,
man.
he was in the belly of the beast. You got to give him credit for that.
Stop it. What's the matter with you?
Belly of the beast. This man was so delusional. He thought he was the beast. He was so delusional. That's why that even happened.
That's just hyperbole. That's just hyperbole. You can't buy into that.
Let me ask you guys a question here. Because I believe deep in his heart, he knew he wasn't going to win this fight. But do you think that he was that delusional that he thought after knocking people out and everything that he could take on Anthony Joshua and do something?
Yes. Do
you think he was that delusional?
Yes, he got that.
I don't
man,
know.
Listen, Eric. Listen to his team. Listen to all the people around him.
Brian, can I explain
They got him like that.
Brian, can I explain something to you? All the weeks leading up to this fight, right? What was everyone saying? If Jake makes it past the second round, that's a win. Multiple people were saying that, were they not?
That's if if he stood and fought with it.
Well, that's not how it was framed.
Get it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
In his mind, you know what he said to himself?
That wasn't even a moral
victory. If I can make it past the
bad.
Second round, this is a win. And guess what? I think he won. This is a win because he made it past.
Did you see? Hey, did you see?
Credit. Give him credit.
Hold on. Hey, Beeb, did you see?
That was a humiliating.
Whoever the moron on DAZN or on Netflix was who was scoring that fight gave Jake Paul a round. I think they gave him like the fifth round, fourth or fifth round. Like, what are you guys watching, son? And then what about those announcers? Those DAZN announcers got to go too. Mauro Ranallo's got to go, man. He's just too corny. I like him. I like Ranallo on wrestling. You know, but he's just too corny. There's more. He landed more hooks than a Pirates convention. You know, it's like, come on, man, stop being so corny.
You should have just watched the fight with the sound off.
Yeah,
I actually like Christine.
Hey, so let me ask you guys. So, okay, because I was saying this in the chat. I was like, I think that the next move, a real move for Jake Paul, is to fight his brother. Jake Paul against Logan Paul. Bam, big money fight. There you go.
I mean,
because they're at the same exact skill level. They both terrible boxers.
Is that a fight you want to see? Is that a fight you want to see? Because at this
Not
point,
me,
I think
but
we're all kind of done with it.
No, we're boxing fans. No, we're boxing fans. We don't give a shit about seeing this man anyway. So his fan base will watch that shit, and his fan base will watch that shit. So. You know what I'm saying? They can make their own avenue in that. You feel me? But I think that's the best thing because he don't want to fight no Canelo. He don't want to fight no real boxer. If anything, he need to go back to amateur bouts. Go low key, get you some amateur bouts, about 4 of them, and then come back, homie. Get your skills up first or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the reality.
How serious are you really taking it? You know what I mean? I mean, really? Like,
no, it's not that I don't like him. Oh, the fight?
Jake Paul. How serious can you actually take
I never took him serious, but me, I look at it like, man, this dude can seriously get hurt with his delusion. Like, a boxer will really fuck you up.
Yeah,
I mean, for real. You know, and it's like, it's fucking serious. It ain't like playing basketball. You can go have a game of 21. Everybody can go home. You can go play a professional NBA player. You can go home. But fighting these dudes, it's like a process and it's a development to it that each boxer goes through being a boxer. I know this.
If you had a guy off the street say, I'm going to play LeBron one-on-one, he's got no chance, right? So why did anybody think that Jake Paul had a chance here? He didn't.
I mean, that's what makes him a marketing genius. That's what makes him a marketing genius because of the fact that he is such a he's not even a real boxer, but look what he did, man. That is genius. And see, the reason why Jake Paul is here is because the real boxers wouldn't fight each other. These motherfuckers wouldn't even put on no shows, okay? Because they didn't want to fight each other. And then here comes this Jake Paul, Now he putting on shows and he making more money than the actual boxers.
Right.
So now the game all fucked up. But it's just about how he marketed himself, along with his money behind him. But it's all about him marketing himself. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I got to give him respect and props on that shit, because to be such a terrible and horrible boxer, damn, you made a lot of money being a fake boxer. Shit. That's all I can really say. Like,
all right, Brian,
this dude got a good hustle.
We got to get going,
Hey,
man.
thanks for letting me go,
absolutely, man. Of course.
Thanks for letting me go today.
All right, man.
Stop putting some respect on Jake Paul's name.
Oh, stop it. All right, quickly, before we get out of here, let's do 805. 805, you're live.
Hey, Beeb, you better be careful. Jerry's going to come after you.
Did you see him? You see him in the chat? He's talking all kind of crazy stuff.
Nacho.
Like, dude, that guy's
let's be honest, Nacho.
I just heard the rant. That was so hilarious.
Nacho, let me ask you a question real quick. I know I've even gotten under your skin a few times, but did you ever think of threatening me with bodily harm at any point?
No, it's never gotten that serious.
You had to think about it. You had to think about it. Did you see him? He had to think about it. You had to think about it. That's not good.
Jerry's over there having a meltdown in the
anyway,
chat, son.
Just really quick, guys. I don't really want to talk too much about. I think a lot of people. I think everybody covered Jake Paul. I just wanted to chime in really quick, Eric, because you brought up Andrew Tate and being compared to Frank Dukes. I just got a quick story about that. I used to work with a guy about 15 years ago who said that back in the 90s, he used to be a tow truck driver in LA. Mm-hmm. And he used to go tow, like, he used to repo people's cars who didn't make their car payments. And he ends up telling me this story about how he ends up getting a call from his boss that says, "Hey, I need you to go repo this this Lamborghini at this place in Beverly Hills." And my old coworker is like, "Okay." He's like, "Send me the address or whatever, right?" And he sends him the address, and him and this other dude go, and they go and get to the house, and they see the Lamborghini outside, parked outside the house. So, he starts hooking up the Lamborghini, and he's pulling it up onto the flatbed of the truck. And this guy comes out, and he says the guy is like all pissed off and starting to yell at him like, "Hey, what are you doing with my car? Where are you going?" He's like, "I'm taking this car back to the dealership, sir. They told us that you haven't made your payment, so we're repoing it." He's like, "You better not." He's like, "Don't you know who I am?" And he's like, "No, I don't." He's like, "I'm Frank Dukes." He's like, "They just made a movie about me." And he started telling him about how he was a world champion karate, like a karate guy or whatever, right? And he goes, he's like, "If you don't put my car down, I'm gonna kick your ass." And my old coworker, he's like, "Oh, all right, go ahead, sir." He's like, "I'll just make sure that I sue you for every dime you got after you beat me up." And he said as soon as he told him that, he just backed off, and they took the Lamborghini away.
Frank Dukes. "Don't you know who I am?" Like, "No, I don't."
It's like Jerry.
He's like, "No, I'm sorry, I don't."
Jerry goes up to Dunkin' Donuts, right, to get his large coffee, right? And they don't put enough sugar in it. "Don't you know who the fuck I am?" Jerry!
All right, Nacho, we're going to get running, man. Thank you so much,
guys.
man.
That was a great story, Nacho.
That was a good story. That was worth it.
Little worried that you thought you had to think about that answer, though.
One more piece of news here. Paramount Plus subscription has finally come out. Beeb, $59.99.
For a year.
For a year, not a month. For the entire year.
$5 a month.
100% I'm getting that. 100%. I mean, that's crazy not to. That's beautiful. $60 annually. You get all the Paramount shows. You get every UFC marquee event, UFC Fight Night, Ultimate Contender, whatever. And then I'm sure they get, was it TKO Boxing's on that too as well, aren't they?
TKO Boxing's on that as well, yeah. 12 shows. One show a month.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
So it's a great value.
and this is a UFC thing. Did you hear about the UFC White House card? How they're going to have the fight at the White House and everything like that?
I heard about the card,
have it, like,
I don't
on
know
the
who's
lawn.
on it.
They're not selling tickets. It's not set yet, but it's going to be next June or something like that.
Yeah, they're not selling tickets.
They're not selling tickets.
No, it's only going to
so,
be
like, who's it going to be? Like, all his friends? Like, what?
So it's going to be like the wealthy people.
That's ridiculous,
It's going to be
man.
It's going to be the in crowd, and that, you know, it's only going to be like a select few.
That's ridiculous.
I guess the novelty of it is that people are going to be able to watch it on television and stuff. But
nobody cares.
Yeah,
like even when they did that thing from the spear, like nobody cared.
Yeah,
because it was like, okay, I mean, I bet it's probably cool for the people there, but on TV, once you saw it once, it was okay. Let's see the fights.
Do you think it takes away from the event that like regular fans can't be there? Is what you're saying?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, why not have it in the Apex if you're going to do that?
Yeah,
you know, I mean, where nobody can go. I mean, why would you do that? Like you know, like it's an American thing. You want to put it at the White House? Great. Put some people there.
Was that the first boxing event at the Allegiant Stadium, the Crawford Canelo fight? I believe that was, right, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I don't.
Have they? But they've done. They did it. Have they done a UFC? They did a UFC card there once, didn't they?
I can't remember. I thought they did. No, I don't know that they did. No, because I don't know who would have sold that out.
No.
I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know what card would they have put, because there's not a whole lot of big superstars anymore in the UFC. So, like, who would they put in there? I don't know. I don't know. Guys, listen, if you like what we're doing and we made you forget about the world for at least an hour, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel, man. Comment. It helps out. It really does, man. Like and subscribe. All that other stuff, you know. Beeb just did a show this morning. He does shows throughout the week. So definitely subscribe and like and help us out here, man.
They never did a show of the UFC.
No, I didn't think they did. There's not enough people. There's not enough people to bring in for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're talking about what, a 60,000 seat stadium?
I think Canelo Crawford did 67,000. Yeah.
That would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Gate was huge too.
Guys, have a great holiday. December 25th coming up this week, Beeb. Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody, man. Merry Christmas to all you guys, man. Thank you so much for listening. That'll do it for this edition of Ringside Reporter. As always, you can catch Joe Habib on X at jhabib1. Find our YouTube channel at ringsidereporter.com. And you can find me on X at ringside73. And guys, we will see you